Well, the Ally have been punished. Now it's time to start thinking about building up a new army, maybe going after the armies soon. So there's my lands thus far now. I basically took the free regions of the Ally over here to add to my own. That actually makes me pretty powerful at this point. I'm basically now, you know, like one of the top kingdoms here, so to speak. The Draken are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, strong as they were before. And of course they've had like a head start in building up their cities, but for the most part, you know, I'm pretty strong now. At some point I want to go over here and probably pop up this guy a little bit, the Art Mages. So this is something I know about, like the sort of like, you know, faction quests. Sometimes they have you invading other people, and there's really no way to basically do anything about it. Just, you know, you just invade people as you go along, so to speak. You do what you do to get your faction quest done. Alright, Wormier has built up a second dredge, so I basically have, like, you know, waiting to get, like, the dust things done for these guys. Their little quest. And why? We'll build maybe another burrow somewhere. Building burrows is fun! And it might make sense to start building up in this direction a little bit, somewhat. Like right over here, I'll get, like, you know, this basically into District 4, the extractor burrow right here. So I'm gonna build right there. So I'm already draining enough dust for these guys, so I only had to, you know, change around the production from science to dust in there. I apparently have Dells mapped out again. I got unnoticed again, so we managed to steal this guy's vision. So he's got basically... Oh, okay, so here we go. So basically the Broken Lords, they basically have this, like, squirrels here. This is a Guardian. And we already had, like, you know, attacking me, one of these squirrels, like, you know, the quest guys, attacked me over here and I had to crush it. So basically you can build these Guardians yourselves eventually if you have the technology for it. And they're basically like standalone armies that can't be joined by other units, but he has one, so... That makes him kind of difficult to fight if he's go, you know, if I was to try and go after him. Though I'm not going to try and do that, but whatever. Now, I think what I'm going to do here... I think I'm actually going to move my spy to over here, perhaps, just for the hell of it. So I'm going to move over from Dells over here to Contami's, since I got vision on it. So here's what this guy's city looks like, the roving clan. He basically has, you know, an orc and a couple of dervish here for, you know, defense. He's got, you know, this production, basically he's going full production at the moment. Here's what his expansions look like. He basically has a mithril extractor as well as a whole bunch of his other stuff. Spying is actually kind of useless in this game, to be honest, but, you know, it does have its advantages, sort of. It is very, you know, minute. Alright, let's go up here. I'm going to build Glory to the Empire. And we'll start building this other stuff. And you know what? Just for the sake of, making sure I have, a guild, an icework, unit perhaps to design. It's gonna go in here and add this guy. So I'll note that these guys, the Gelders, war ice wargs basically. They're basically cavalry type units, but the thing about them is that they're also good for defense. And it's kind of interesting how they basically work. They're basically like fast moving units that you can use in defensive ways. And here's all the weapons I can basically use. So I can give them this if I want to. You give them the Zer stuff too if I want. Alright, we'll give them a better weapon, just in case I decide to build these guys. Now, these guys don't have very many, much equipment to basically build, but they're pretty expensive, outright just for being what they are. Impervious to cold and powerful muscled. Hardy ice warriors move freely even during Earth's harsh dark season. So these guys they basically have an advantage called dark proof, which basically makes them immune to winter effects. But there we go. And alright, these guys get to move a little bit. Something I'm tempted to do right now. I'm actually tempted to do this. If you want to, you can actually, put units into a city if you don't have any use for them for a moment. So I could do this, for example. And then I could possibly put this, faulty hero here for a few turns while I build up my stuff. She basically has, science efficiency, so she'll basically improve the city while she's basically here. Basically get me more science in the long run. It'll be her job. And to be honest, I may want to start building some stuff here. The climatology guild here is kind of important to get because it basically gives you something that lets you predict when winter will start, so maybe I'll start building up this stuff now a little bit. I got a lot of money, by the way. I'm actually thinking about going in here and buying stuff out. This stuff in particular is really good to buy out, the dust stuff. Because you can get lots of gold, to basically pay back for what you paid for. Let's get those things bought out, perhaps. And I've actually gone and built towards this river up here, so I can actually get more dust if I do, dust dredgers. So I can get, double effects from luxury resources if I build stuff like this. Might want to do that at some point, but let's get some seed storage going. And at some point in the game, you just start doing this. You start building up your cities by just massively buying out everything. That's basically what dust basically amounts to in this game. Eventually, this turns into let's buy out the city's stuff here, and here, and here. And there we go, we built all this stuff here in Wistrid, so... Alright, so those guys decided to go to Cold War again, the Broken Lords. Oh, apparently the cultists got defeated, they got crushed. the necrophage decided to eat them. So no more cultists. They got crushed in this game. And I'll note that basically with the cultists, they can be really damaging if they have, like, you know, enough space to basically convert a lot of villages. They're a little, you didn't really get to see how they work, but basically, the cultists, they like to, like, you know, expand by, like, you know, capturing minor villages instead of, like, taking areas. And it can make them really strong over time. You know, I should actually check what the necrophages are doing. The necrophages can be really dangerous if you let them go on too long, because basically these guys, they can, like, you know, conquer the world if they want to. So right now they're cool with everyone except for the cultists who destroyed. And it probably won't be long before we go to war if you're the Dust Lords or the Iron Mages over here. Cool, you're level 10. You get to... I should aim for this at some point. This is a nice skill for city governor type heroes. Let's get this for now. More cost reduction on units. Alright, you get to go over here. And I'm going to assign the Alright, make sure right there for now. You know, think about it, this might be another good time to buy another hero. You can buy so many heroes in this game, like crazy. And apparently I forgot to level you up at some point, so let's do that now. I wouldn't mind getting one step ahead at some point, but... let's get more seniority bonus. So seniority bonus is really important for letting them basically infiltrate stuff faster, so... it's good to get that when you get the chance for it. It looks like someone bought that Haunt hero, the guy who was who I sort of like know last time. That's really good for doing stuff. You know, at this point, I'm thinking that it might be wise to maybe get. Well, you know what? I'm actually wondering if it might be better just to go. You know what? Let's be like, you know, showy in this game. I'm gonna pick up this this spy here, and even though I'm not gonna use her for spy, I'm gonna use her for like basically a war hero. So I'm gonna get her. And this hero I bought, basically the thing about her, the thing I'm gonna use this hero for is basically she's going to be used to like lead armies. She's got 2 skill points, so I can basically pick up, you know, defense on hero, life on units. Well, I got the chance, I'm going to basically stick a bunch of units on her, but for now, she's going to sit in the city. That's probably worth knowing, by the way. As you basically play the game, your heroes, they'll basically get, like, you know, higher level when you buy them from the marketplace like this. So, you know, over the game, you don't have, like, you don't start with, like, weak heroes. You actually have, like, pre-leveled heroes a little bit. So it's always better to buy them early on, the heroes, where possible. I'm trying to buy some of this stuff. I need to get like 45. But, you know, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I'll buy some spices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And over here, you can see the exchange information. So it looks like these guys have been fairly busy buying some stuff. They bought a hero. They apparently bought some mercenaries. And they bought another hero, apparently. Anyhow, I bought some resources here. Let's make my emperor rock. Make me really powerful. Slowly getting ownership on these cities. I've already got ownership on the capital of the LA from before, but slowly getting these ones too. Did we just enter winter? No, we entered the final research era, so there we go. I'm in the final research area. This is where you basically, when you get to the final research area, that's when you basically start to work on, like, you know, winning the game through scientific endeavors. So I'll just show this off. Basically, the final area basically has victory conditions that if you pick up, you basically get, you know, towards scientific victory. So if I go for like this one, I'll get like a boost of like science, but I also get like 1 pip for my scientific victory. Basically, if you research 5 of the tier 6, you know, research tree techs, you basically win the game. There's 1 for military, there's 1 for industry, there's 1 for influence, food. We'll get this one for now, I think. And as you can see, it costs a lot of science to basically get this stuff, but if you get it, basically, you know, counts towards victory, so. So here's the other types of victory conditions. You basically have quest, supremacy, scientific, wonder. These things are like this sort of endgame stuff that takes a long while to get to, but basically, once you basically have, like, you know, someone's starting to get to research, you start to see, like, pips pop up for this, so you have, like, 20%, 40%, stuff like that. Let's get that going. And let's get some dust deposits here, dust refinery. These guys have done pretty well getting back on their feet. Persian line, by the way, is really awesome to get because it basically takes some titanium and adamantium and basically start boosting up production eventually. There's some nice, like, stuff around here. Let's get that. We'll build this stuff here. So the difference engine, it'll take some time to get, but I'll get toward it. Bring the Delver celebrants to your capital city and produce enough dust to fuel the rocket civilizations. The Mark quest must be something for the quest. So Deloitte, they're very happy to give me the band Merriment here. Nice little, like, thing, I guess. Let's go over here. Let's build a borough street right there, perhaps. A production line. Alright, so we got ourselves a full army in here. At some point I should start building heroes here, but I want to try and get this Climatology Guild and some other stuff built in here first. Really what I should be doing here in the capital, I should be just going and buying out every single building that's available and start building units after that. Just to get it done. Like, boom, get that done. Basically want to get all this stuff built in here. As you can see, this one's really expensive, the living lab tools, but whatever. Actually, what I could do, and what I should do, I should probably switch out my Nickerface hero somewhere else. I could go to Worcester here and put the Nickerface hero here. And here's what I'm going to do in Wormier. I'm actually going to put the Wild Walker's hero instead. So he's going to basically be here, the Wild Walker, and this will basically let me produce this stuff a little bit faster. Laura's already had enough, you know, of him for a while. We're good, I think, on that end. I'm level 2 on Contami's over there. And excellent, you're level 6, so I can go over here and maybe build more production. Alright, we got ourselves a climatology guild over here. So what that basically does, I basically now have, like, you know, access to basically better tech to basically see when winter's going to be. That's what it does for me. Cool, another for you. Now, building all this stuff, this little stuff with him is probably going to give him a lot of experience. That'll be cool. Help him out a lot. We'll build this here. And a burrow perhaps somewhere. Like right there. It's funny how all my, like, you know, guys are firm at this point because I have so many boosters going on. I have several boosters, so I basically get, like, you know, lots of turns from it is what's happening. Couple turns, I get a bunch of stuff there. Hooray, I got population over here in Rondaria. And apparently I can buy this out now for very cheap for some reason. We'll buy that out then. And there we go, lots and lots of stuff getting built here in Wormier. And I'll note by the way, this guy's leveling up very high because basically, as you build lots of stuff in the same city, if you build like with like a governor in like a city and like there's lots of stuff being built, you get a lot of experience for it for the guy. So this guy's getting lots of experience all at once. My Wild Walker. Here's a recipe for basically getting your guys real strong. Just put them inside, you know, a city. and build lots of stuff. Just buy it out. It's kind of a gimmick that I think it's like should be sort of fixed, because basically if you build like, you know, several buildings in a city with a government, they basically get all the experience for every single completion. So it's like you're buying experience for your hero doing that. And 1 to 2 turns before winter. So either the turn or the next turn after that will be winter time. That's what's going to happen. Hey, I can build a Throne of the Emperors over here if I want to. Maybe I'll start building this. Right there. Build my first wonder if you have to build one. And alright, we can go in here now. And I'm actually going to take off the influence stuff from over here, because I don't really need the approval rating from this anymore, so I can focus on other stuff. I could, for example, focus on getting more signs over here, for example. More buyouts, so I can basically buy out stuff for cheaper. Well, we'll do it later. We're just going to go for this for now. I'll start doing buyouts in like 20 turns, I guess, for like, you know, all my empire basically is what I'll do. Oh, there's winter. And we're starting to build a Throne of the Endless. Looks like I get reduced dust for this season, but whatever. It makes so much dust, it doesn't really matter how much dust I lose. It's all fine and dandy. So apparently they decided to close borders on me. The Dust Lords. And apparently it's only going to take 2 turns for me to build this wonder for some reason. Usually wonders take a little bit longer than that to build, but okay, I'm good with that. Oh, alright, so here's something of note. Glowing is basically close to a quest victory, so whenever you see this pop up, it basically means that one of the factions, in this case the Roving clans, have gone through the game, and they've essentially gone and gone through the entire faction quest line. That's like the thing, like, you know, right up here. So they're basically gone through their Roving clans quest line for, like, you know, tasks they've set to perform, and now they're on their way to quest victory. So, you know, it's a little too early for me to basically show it off myself, but basically I have to go through all my faction quest line to get to it. Essentially, these like glowing ruins are basically very special to like quest victory. So, essentially what it means is that the AIs, if they wanted, they could try and get victory by following a certain like final quest that they could do for victory. That's basically how the game like sort of works in the end. To win the game, you have to complete a quest for a quest victory, type victory. All right, you get to go get this. And apparently number 3 on the Contami's over here. So if I wanted to, I could go and steal his vision. Oh, apparently I got partially wounded during the execution of his action. But I basically managed to see what the Roving clans basically sees. Here's his armies. He essentially has an army over here with a Draken hero. And an army over here with a Dragon Hero. And what's going on in here? The Razor Palisades. Walls and windows are not usually viewed as lethal offensive weapons. However, the use of needles, spikes, and traps and blades can turn even the most uncles into a lethal gauntlet. So apparently he's building military structures here in this city of his. Now, I should probably note, by the way, you want to be very careful when you see like security going up like this. basically, if security is really high in a city, it'll basically cause you to have, like, you know, more chance of, like, bad things happening, so there's, like, a 45% chance my guy getting wounded there when I use my action there, so that's basically how, I got so wounded there. If, like, it's very low to security, then it's, like, good to do stuff, but if there's stuff there, then it kind of sucks to do stuff. Let's get this life. And you're gonna go and get... Let's get this. I actually should probably go to this hero, by the way. I haven't really pointed it out, but these forgotten heroes, they're basically forgotten guys. They can actually dual wield swords, and basically, if I want to, I can actually go like this and give her like dual wielding swords and stuff. So if I want to, I could give her like better stuff here. I could give her claws, or I can give her like dual weapons, or two-hand weapons. I can do that too. But the thing about her is that you can give her like two weapons at once. And other weapons here, she's got basically titanium. Here's the dust, the iron. Put this on for now. So titanium will probably be the best for her. Oops, these are two-hand weapons, aren't they? Okay, what stuff I want is up here, so... Basically, if I want to, I can have her to like having two one-hand swords. Is what you can basically do with Forgotten Heroes. And basically, so you can balance out what you want them to have. I can mix some max weapons too if I want. Let's do that with her. I can go down here and give her some stuff. I can give her, like, you know, improved initiative. Yeah, there's stuff that gives you infiltration action on heroes if you want. So how do you boost up your army? I don't really need to boost up their attack. The attack is usually not as important as, like, you know, damage and stuff, so... That'd be good to have. Well, I guess we'll put on, like, an attack boost. Why not? And let's go down the line. Give her initiative. I think I should give my hero here health, so... Here's where we go. We basically just upgrade my hero here with better stuff. I should probably note too, I can actually update all my armies now because I'm basically in the final era, so... This is basically a time where you can basically decide what is the stuff that you finally want your guys to basically sort of use in the weapons department. What is the final weapons going to be, so to speak? So, other stuff here can probably update their armor. We'll give him this stuff. Give him a regeneration ring, I guess. So there we go, there's my final marine design. Here's a Dawn Officer. What type of weapons do I want him to use? So I give him this for damage. This for more damage. Maybe we'll give him an adamantium weapon to run around with. Now let's go in here and we'll boost up his basic stuff here. Give him tier 3 stuff. Luckily there's only 6 eras, so you basically don't have to keep doing this over and over again for each era, but It's one of those things that you do quite a bit of, updating your guys. Let's give him this. And that. I don't know why the accessories are a little bit bugged, but whatever. I'm basically going in and like taking stuff out and putting it back in because that's basically what I need to do here to basically get them to do stuff for some stuff. Actually, what I should be doing is looking for stuff that increases their initiative here. The Delvers, Dredges. So let's see here. This could give him plus 12 initiative, plus 6. It's interesting how like you can like put on like certain hammers to basically give him more initiative. We'll give him this big giant hammer. Or this giant hammer. Yeah, we'll give him the big glass steel hammer. I'll run around with that. Here's these guys. And all the different types of wands they can use. I'm using exhaustion, right? Yeah, I'm using exhaustion, so... And these guys, it's probably a good idea to put initiative on them because, basically, sort of like, a Final Fight, like military here. You want to sort of decide what these units are basically for. So this guy, he's more or less for healing. He's not really for combat, so it's not really important for him to do a lot of damage, but rather just to heal people. So basically, he'll heal people equal to the amount of the caster's damage. So put that there. And then finally these guys, I can boost up their stuff here a little bit. And there we go. Updated military. I suppose that was really boring to see, but that's the last time you'll basically see it, so... You'll never see me show that off again. Let's get this over here. That up there. Get this. We'll build a lot of stuff here, I guess. You can build in our chapel. I'll build you a burrow right... I really should start building burrows up the line here, so... Let's start doing that to get, level 2 districts all over the place. Whoops, did I close something? Yep. Put that there. I should probably know I can update these guys' equipment too a little bit, so... Give these guys to, update stuff. Do the same with the Vaulter Hero. As you can see, I can see very easily how much it's going to take for winter to happen now. So I've got 3 to 7 turns. That's basically my you know, estimation of how long winter's going to be. And there we go. I built the front of the empire. So I got basically a giant influence bonus in my capital there. If you're building that. All right. Now what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to go to Wistrid here. I'm going to take out this guy. And I'm actually going to go assign. Where am I going to assign this other hero, I guess? Down here, I guess. So I'm going to move the Wood Elf all the way over here. I'll move Strike's Fire back over here. You're just going to go over to Wistrid, I guess. Should probably retrofit these guys too while I'm at it, before I forget. Move these guys here. Retrofit. And retrofit. And one last thing over here is to get this guy. That. And I think that's going to be like, you know, the sort of end of like, you know, this episode. Basically, I sort of head off towards getting to, you know, the next era and getting some stuff built, which is fine. You do just a lot in this game. Like, you build lots of, like, you know, your stuff, and then you start producing, like, your military and stuff like that. Or at least that's how I play the game. So that's a good stopping point. We're in the final era. We're getting towards, like, you know, starting to think about victory. That's basically, you know, what Turn 150 is all about. When you want to start designing how you're going to get your victory. I'm already trying to get, like, different engine going on here, so I'll always start getting my science going out soon. Let's go from there. And I'll see you next week, when we basically see the conclusion of this game, more or less. For now, take care.